dawn's not that far away. Hop back on the saddle soon, you soulless soldier. The dark can consume your brain. All we ever wanted was a little air to breathe, but all we got are ashes of our old memories.
crash front straightaway. Huge crash coming into the tri-oval. No, Rocky up and into the air.
They're beating and banging. Barr on the bottom. Cosman up top. I can't call it.
No, Barr by 1/1000th of a second. Joseph, no! At the line, Thunhorse pulls the win out at the stripe.
Oh, he saves it. What's going to happen here?
Here comes the canvas. Get your foot in. He's got it. He's got it. Canvas is going to win.
FTF.GG welcomes you to the virtual future Walmart parking lot that is Texas Motor Speedway. As we get set to go for the Kick of the Tires 400K, it's the first race of round number 2 in the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series playoffs. We're glad to bring it here to you live on FTF.GG. Jacob Pitts, Benjamin Easterday with you for the call. 167 laps up on the board. And Ben, these next-gen cars get to take to this 1.5 miles once again here at Texas, and I know some drivers are happier than others to be here.
Yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite tracks of all time. We're going to see some exciting racing here, a lot of 2-3 wide racing. It's going to be a fun 167 laps, Jacob.
Let's see if we're watching the same race by the end of the night. Let's go through our starting grid. Daniel Falkingham is on pole. Blake Reynolds on the outside. Then it's Wyatt Tinsley and Parker White in row 2. Matthew Zwack, Alex Konelnicks in row 3. Brian Mercurio and Dylan Basin in row 4. Of course, Dylan Basin won a week ago when we were at Bristol. Logan Helton, Jordan Worth rounding out your top 10. Starting in 11th. Kyler Wynn and Nate Stewart making up row 6. Tyler Gary, Josh Parker, Kane Cook, Nick A. Miller, Matt Spalding, Sean Butler, Michael P. Frisch, Jake Poulin, your top 20. Starting in 21st is Jonathan Oates, Kevin McAdams to the outside. Chris Wetz, David Cabrera side by side in row 12. Brett Punkari, Ryan Noraki, Malik Ray, Blake Bryant, Michael Cozy Jr., and Devin Mistack, your top 30. Rest of the grid, Nathan Rabideau, Tyler Williams, Art Reimer, Tyler Landon, Scotty Smith, Kevin King, Matt Danson, Ryan Pandicio, Justin Malillo, Cosman Ionescu. And your final few drivers, Landon Mills, Philip McCandless, Andy Margot. Trouble for Landon Mills. He has fallen out of the session, so he's going to have to get back. Believe Malillo, Margot, no, just Malillo is going to start from the pit lane. I'll be darned. Michael P. Frisch is actually going to start this race where he qualified. Couldn't tell you the last time he did that. Or is he? No, he's not even on the racetrack. What?
These things happen. He dropped a packet loss, but yeah, he's coming back in now, should be.
So Mills fell out. Frisch is just continuing his streak of starting from the pit lane, I guess. So he's going to start once we get one more lap of pacing. Mills is trying to get back into the session right now. Let's take a look at your playoff picture here if we can, and look at the points. Now that we are into the round of 12, after last week, we dropped off Logan Helton, Jonathan Oates, Chris Wetz, and Matthew Zwack. So 12 drivers remain in the playoffs. Nathan Rabideau, Ryan Noraki, Cosman Ionescu, Wyatt Tinsley are the 4 drivers currently on the outside looking in. We've got 3 races to get through. I don't know what in the world just fell, by the way. I don't know if you heard that. But 3 races to go here at Texas, next week at Talladega, and 2 weeks when we go to the Charlotte Roval. There you see
There's the point standings.
the points. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Daniel Falkingham and Blake Reynolds on the front row for this initial start. 167 laps on the board. Your stages tonight, end of lap 40, end of lap 80. The final 87 laps or so to get us the distance. 167 laps. Daniel Falkingham leads us down to the green flag. We're racing in Texas.
Yeah, Falkingham gets a great start there. He's going to be able to clear Blake Reynolds up on top as they enter this treacherous 1 and 2. You might see some cars get 3-4 wide there in the back, but it's all Daniel Falkingham. He's all hat, no cattle.
Falkingham leads him off 2. Out in front of Reynolds. Parker White side by side with the 120 of Wyatt Tinsley coming off turn 4. That is for third. White in the 46 this week. And you got Alex Comlix trying to get by on the outside. Somebody that's on the outside of the playoff picture. Same with Dylan Basin, last week's winner. He goes 3 wide to the top of the racetrack in turn 1, trying to get to the outside of that 22.
Yeah, he went 3 wide and actually worked out pretty good for him, surprisingly. Unlike the real track, he was able to keep it pinned down, and he was able to gain a couple spots there as Wyatt Tinsley gets loose in front of him. No, that is Parker White gets loose in front of him as they go side by side.
Gonna open up the door. Here comes Basin down on the inside. He'll take advantage. He'll take third. Slide Collins into fourth. Wyatt Tinsley trying to hold on to fifth. Matthew Zwack behind him. They're 3 wide, a little bit further back. Jake Poulin is blinking. Nick Miller in that. Kane Cook as well. He'll go 3 wide with Jordan Worth.
It's going to be interesting how patient these guys can be, whether they want to ride it around, see what the craziness is like, or if they want to send it like there, where they make it 3 wide there. But up front, it seems like they're all lining up. They're yellow as mustard, but without that bite up front.
Oh, one car hard into the wall off turn 2. Everybody scatters down the back straightaway. You saw
Go
that
green.
just for a moment. That was Tyler Williams that got up into the outside wall. The right front on that car is broken. We stay green, but a hard hit to the outside wall for Tyler Williams. Just got loose and overcorrected hard up into the wall. The field's off 2.
Yeah, he'll tell you how the cow ate that cabbage.
There you go. How about Jake Poulin flying up here toward the front? Now up here in fourth. Looking for third on Dylan Basin. He's making that outside line work so far.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. Let's see if it keeps on sticking. I'm wondering how much that is using the tires up, whether they're using up the tires now more and he's going to fall off later in the race. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Poulin now up to second, looking for the lead, running that middle line, if you will. Trying to get to the back bumper of Falkingham and make a run for the lead. Of course, Poulin out of the playoff picture, as is Falkingham. Your highest running playoff driver right now is Blake Reynolds, who's in third. Poulin around the outside takes the lead.
Yeah, he's a 3-jump cowboy up there up front.
Started 20th. He's up to first in just 6 laps.
Now to see if he decides to go to the inside and try to save up those tires, or if he continues using up those tires on the high side. But so far, he's pulling away. He'll probably have about a half-second lead as behind him is. It's getting a little bit more interesting. We got some side-by-side racing here with Alex Glonix, and on the outside, Matthew Zwack trying to make that outside work as well.
Zwack's there, Nate Stewart up on the outside. Tinsley going up to the high side just behind him. Big pack of cars. Pretty much fourth on back that is clogging up this field as they make their way through turn number 3. Blake Bryant getting a connection warning. He is back. Oh. Where old is he at? How about 24th?
Got some people looking for 3 wide there. That is around P5. As who is that sent it there? Kane Cook.
Yep, in the Flames car. Nick Miller about crashed it coming off turn 4. He got really loose up on the outside, 3 wide. He's got it straightened out for now. It gets passed by Nate Stewart. Here comes Zwack to the inside. Brian Mercurio there in that 41, the Goodyear machine downstairs.
Here comes Nick Miller on the outside in that 19 team car on the outside of Nate Stewart. Let's see if he can ride that outside like everyone else has been and see if he can gain position. That high side's just been surprisingly pretty good. I mean, you can bet the farm up on the high side right now.
Buckingham starting to reel Poulin in a little by little, and he's now at the back bumper of that 00. Here we go for the lead. Put Daniel Falkingham back out in front, and for Jake Poulin, short-lived up at the front of the field. He goes way up the racetrack knowing that, well, his tires are shot, so he's just going to fall on back.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of expected. He was going up there really fast, and I'm sure everyone else was just saving it a bit more than Jake, and now he's paying the price for it. His tires are the only hell his mama ever raised.
Thirteen laps are complete. Oh man, look at this, 3 wide back here. Colonix, Kane Cook. You got Wyatt Tinsley up by the wall. Back here around 10th.
And we got 3 wide here. Jake Poulin continues to fall back. And he's just dropping. He's dropping like a rock.
He's going to keep on dropping.
We got 3 wide here. Miller got loose. He's stuck in the middle. It looks like Brian Mercurio on the inside is going to prevail with Nate Stewart on the outside. That's going to be 2 spots lost by Nick Miller there.
He's been loose over these last couple of laps, and that's really cost him some time. Now here comes Zwack. He looks to the outside, and that 46 of Parker White going to try and look to the bottom and put that 19 again. 3 wide, not quite a big enough hole to move that 19 into the middle, but they're going to try it here down the back.
Yeah, and with the error with these next-gen cars, you do not want to be in the middle. It just sucks you back, and the outside and inside car just shoot right by you, and it really slows you down. There's a great onboard. Ooh, we got some fancy camera moves here.
Poulin already falling back to 17th, and he's continuing to hemorrhage spots just by riding up toward the outside line. One driver that is moving, though, Malik Ray, started in 27th. He's now up to 16th, gained 11 spots.
Tell you what, in the mid-pack, it is busy. They are still 2 wide here. They're not waiting on anything. It's as busy as a funeral home fan in July here. Oh, as we got Jake Poulin in the wall in the back. He keeps it straight, but he hit that wall a ton.
Gonna drop back, continue to fall back. Sounds like there may have been some contact with Blake Bryant back there that caused that hit to the outside wall. So more trouble for Jake Poulin, but he's able to keep it rolling. Michael Cozy Jr. in a hornet's nest right now. Back around that 17th position. Kyler Wynn, Jordan Worth, Malik Ray, all in that big old pile. Of course, Cozy is somebody that's running for a championship.
Oh, we got Malika Ray making moves. Just sending underneath Nick Miller, who continues to fall back.
Miller has kind of burned his stuff up as well. We saw from Poulin halfway through stage one.
Yeah, so one trend that we've been seeing, I mean, you gotta say, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, and save them tires.
Yeah. How about the battle for 7th? Wyatt Tinsley, Nate Stewart. Got Tyler Gary right behind in that 026.
Ooh, Wyatt gets loose there. He's going to be put 3 wide. That's Tyler Gary on the inside.
Let's see if
On the
this
outside,
works.
Nate. Oh, Gary got the apron there a bit. Oh, the Wyatt!
Oh! There goes Gary through the grass. Back up into
Caution's
traffic. Everybody else going to avoid him. Contact running inside the top 10 between Tyler Gary and a playoff driver in Wyatt Tinsley, Nate Stewart. Another one of those playoff drivers. 3 wide coming off turn 4. Just does not work here at Texas. Replay.
Yeah, Wyatt just... that was kind of net code off of Nate, but really it was Wyatt Tinsley just going up a little bit too much there. And bounces off of Nate Stewart, goes down into Tyler Gary, and he's not happy. He's
So that's
overdrawn at the memory bank there.
That's our first caution, a little over halfway through stage number 1. Racing deal according to race control. So that is what that is chalked up to. So they'll come around. Pit road will open this time by. We'll see if any drivers decide to make the call to come on to pit road. As far as pit road's concerned tonight, 65% fuel capacity, 6 tires on the pit lane. Drivers up inside, well, the whole field are going to be pitting here and taking tires. Andy Margot going to be your ass. So they will come down and some service done.
Yeah, meanwhile, Landon Mills is going to be getting some laps back as he dropped out.
Ryan Nawrocki stays out. He will be your race leader. Nawrocki trying to get any points he can as far as the playoffs are concerned. Coming into tonight, 10
Either that,
points
he's going to be
out.
saving some gas there.
Yeah, and the race is off pit road. 4 tires throughout the field. Daniel Falkingham leads them off pit road. 25 laps are complete here from Texas. We're under our first caution. We restart stage 1 after this on FTF.GG. We are choosing this time by here from the Texas Motor Speedway on FTF.GG. The Kick in the Tires 400K. Daniel Falkingham is your race leader after stops. Ryan Rocky stayed out a lap and then pitted for 4 tires and fuel. So your choose cone, you see the star that's there, that's in a blue box? That's the chone, the choose cone, the choose zone, whatever you want to call it. So if you're on the inside of that, you're going to be starting on the inside. If you go to the outside of that, you're starting on the outside. And if you run over it, you're stupid and you're going to the back of the pack.
Yeah, that star is the rating of this speedway. 1 out of 1. Great track.
1 out of 1. All right. There's your Microsoft Paint choose zone look.
Is that
presented by
courtesy of
Traction?
Justin Malillo?
Yeah. Incredible. All right. Well, we'll have about 12 or so laps to go in stage 1. And of course, no cautions for stages, so we'll keep on racing after we get to the end of stage 1 at the end of lap 40. Again, your stage is 40, 80, and 167, the total distance for tonight's race. So Daniel Falkingham, Brian Mercurio will be on the front row for this restart, and we'll see how the drivers adjust to the now fresh tires that they have.
All right, it is on the restart zone. Daniel Falkingham leading them to the zone.
Green flag.
Not a great start there for Brian.
Man, they are stacking up. Malik Ray almost killed the field coming through this restart, coming through the dog leg there. They all sort it out for now.
So far.
They're blocking. 4 wide. Spalding and Kolinix back here. Blocking for 17th.
We got some people trying that high side. Some people maybe a little too high up there. They're 4 wide. That is Nick Miller taking it 4 wide on the high side. And it worked out for him. He passed 4 cars there.
And Kolinix is just falling backward. He is in big, big trouble back here. Ten to go, stage 1.
We got Jordan Worth here. The Duke Coin Mobile to get to the inside of Logan Helton.
Oh, Kyler Wynn walking it up the racetrack. He's going to lose a couple spots.
Kevin McAdams making it 3 wide on Nate Stewart.
Oh my, here comes Malik.
That wasn't a smart move there as Wack closes the door on him.
He didn't wreck him. For the lead, here comes Blake Reynolds.
He takes that spot pretty easily.
So new leader, Blake Reynolds, trying to get as many points as he can in the playoffs. Right now, he sits 5th in points with the reseeding and the repointing. Remember, your stage points do not carry over between rounds. So anything you get in these 3 races only help you in this round. Once we go to the round of 8, those playoff points reset. So these guys are running with no point carryover from the first 3 races of the playoffs.
We got Kevin McAdams making his way through on the outside. He's been working his way up front. He started 22nd and has worked his way up to 6th. Currently on the outside of Dylan Basin.
Comes Mercurio right up the road as well. He's looking for second on Falkingham. Got Cozy in third. Nope, fourth. So far, so good. Have come to 4 to go. Here in stage 1, Mercurio takes second. Here comes Cozy looking for third. That will make it a playoff driver. 1, 2, 3. And then you've got Kevin McAdams. He's in the playoffs, sitting back in 5th.
Yeah, Cozy started 29th. And has worked his way up to 4th. I mean, this ain't his first rodeo. He's really good at this stuff.
Comes Tinsley around the outside. Trying to get by McAdams. Nate Stewart there as well. Both of those drivers in the playoffs trying to pick up any playoff points. We're in the buffer zone. 3 to go.
And of course, with FTF, after the stage, we will continue to stay green. So we'll see if these playoff drivers that work their way up to the front, if they're smart enough to save up those tires while they're working their way up front, and they might fall off later in the stage or at this end of the stage.
2 to go. Last lap, stage number 1.
Yeah, currently single file up until behind Wyatt Tinsley. We got Nate Stewart and Daniel Falkingham fighting it over for 5th place. So far, it looks like Nate Stewart's going to prevail, as there's a battle for the lead. Blake Reynolds and Brian Mercurio. Brian Mercurio is going to take it on the high side, but I don't think he's going to have the momentum, as Blake Reynolds is going to be crossing over the line for this end of stage 1.
Defensive line from Reynolds. He wins stage number 1. It's then Mercurio, Cozy, Wyatt Tinsley, Nate Stewart, Falkingham, Kevin McAdams, Dylan Basin, Parker White, Kane Cook. Your top 10 here at the end of stage 1. And now off we go into stage number 2. Blake Reynolds remaining out in front. See Tinsley and Nate Stewart side by side. That's for 5th.
Yeah, they're actually battling for 4th there, as I think Daniel Falkingham got behind him somehow. Wasn't really paying attention there, but Nate Stewart's going to take that 4th position. Wyatt Tinsley going to take 5th, and Daniel Falkingham's going to fall back to 6th.
Mercurio back on the back bumper of Blake Reynolds, but he just does not have anywhere to go, and he might be waiting just to keep this run on going.
We'll see.
Hey. As I say that, he tries to kill him. To the outside for the lead. Here's Mercurio.
Blake Reynolds really got a good inside run there on 3 and 4. Let's see, are they going to run the inside? Yes, it looks like they're all 3 going to run that inside line. Going to try to save those tires. But it seems like out of the exit, Brian Mercurio has a better run out. But so far, 1, 2, 3, Blake, Brian, and Cozy. Here comes Brian.
or the lead.
He's got on
Got
that
it.
quarter panel, sucked back Blake Reynolds, and took the lead.
So Blake Reynolds now your race leader. No. Brian Mercurio now your race leader. Mercurio 5 wins on the season, trying to pick up win number 6 tonight here in Texas. And look at this Hornet's nest behind Falkingham.
Yeah, we got a battle for 5th place. Actually, 6th place now, as Nate Stewart is stuck in the middle again. He got loose. Was able to hang on to it, but he's going to lose a couple of positions as here comes Malik Ray again, risking it for everything, like he always does in FTF. And he's going to take that position as Nate Stewart continues to fall back.
By the way, shout out to Arkansas trying to kick the potential game-winning field goal. They hit the top of the right upright. No good. Texas A&M probably going to win that game. 23-21 with about a minute to go, fourth quarter. Incredible. Texas A&M lost to Appalachian State and now might be able to beat the undefeated 10th ranked in the country Arkansas Razorbacks. Pig Suey is not going woo tonight. And just in case Alabama wasn't going to be able to perform against Vanderbilt, with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Alabama currently leads 41-3. Alabama's also at the Vanderbilt 3-yard line, so they're probably going to score again.
I
to
think
make it
Vanderbilt
48.
still has a chance.
Well, maybe.
They have a slim chance, but I can see them doing it.
I don't know what Oklahoma's doing, but they're losing to Kansas State of all teams, 24-20 in the third quarter. Here comes Malik Ray, looking on Kane Cook, up inside the top 10. On board with Basin, sits in 5th. Three wide. Oh, and by the way, Wisconsin should not be allowed in the Big Ten anymore.
Oh,
Malik Ray! What a save!
Yeah, as far as Malik Ray goes, he normally starts kind of up front. He'll run up front, but he cannot finish a race. Whether he gets wrecked, or just doesn't decide to finish it. But I think he probably is DNF'd probably all the races except for a couple, as we got a battle here for 6. Parker White's going to take that from Daniel Falkingham, and also Cozy, it looks like.
And Cozy's starting to slip back as well on these tires. Falkingham peeked to the inside, now gets back in line. Now he will drop to the bottom. Cozy fighting back on the top.
He tried to fight back, but he got a little loose there on exit, so Parker White's going to take that position as Falkingham also goes underneath Cozy. He's going to try to steal that position as well.
Oh my God.
Malik.
I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Got the spot from Falkingham.
Well, you know what they say about Malik Ray. He's got a big hole in his screen door. As Blake Reynolds get loose there, Dylan Basan's going to be there, possibly. You get a
Sorry,
run on
what?
there. Doesn't look like it.
Big hole in his screen door? What, huh?
You know,
No, I don't know.
he's a few pickles short of a barrel.
Oh! David Cabrera just put it in the fence off turn 2.
Blake.
So green.
Kept it straight there. He got really loose. This time, Dylan has the run on the outside. Let's see if he can take advantage of that screw up there by Blake Reynolds.
Brandon Rocky to pit road. Not sure why. Basin fighting for second with Reynolds.
Yeah, and Bason's going to take that. Has Parker White way up on the top side. He's actually going to get a run here on Kane Cook. But it doesn't stick for him, it looks like. He's still
Yeah.
side by side. He might be able to get to the quarter panel of him.
Didn't think he could hold it down there. Impressed he was able to stay side by side. Closing in on halfway through stage number 2. Stage number 2 ends at lap 80. Closing in just 3 laps away from lap 60.
Oh, Kane!
Oh,
what are you doing?
Save it! Save it, Kane! He does! Wow.
Man, Parker White got lucky that he was able to save that. He's riding a gravy train with biscuit wheels, I tell you what.
What does that mean?
You know, he always draws the best bull.
What does that mean?
You know, he could sit on
No,
the
I
fence
don't. That's
and the
why I'm
birds
asking
would
you.
feed him. Oh, Malik got loose there. And with that caution, we haven't seen these drivers get this far in their tires. So I'm wondering how loose these cars are going to be getting on exit. I see a couple taking the invisible chicane back there.
Matt Spalding getting aggressively yelled at. Spalding is a black flag for speeding. Jonathan Oates about crashed into him.
Speeding, ah.
Yeah, well, Spalding was trying to pit, and Oates ran him the hell over. Nick Miller pitting this time. Well, it looks like we're in the window here for some green flag stops.
Yeah, Blake Reynolds continues to fall back. I think he spent his tires. Parker White just got around him. Malik Ray is getting ready to catch him now. You know what? I kind of smell a conspiracy here. These tires are wearing out fairly fast, but there's only one person that is leading with some golden shoes on their hood.
Huh?
There's only one car with golden shoes on their hood,
Is there?
and they're leading this race.
Oh, I guess. Blake Bryant has parked the car, done for the night. Still not finished last. He'll finish 41st because Malillo has not turned a lap, and Tyler Williams parked it after his smashing of the outside wall early on in this race.
Dylan's look on the inside for the lead. Brian got loose there. Dylan Basin is there, but we might get 3 wide. Parker White was smart. He stayed behind Dylan Basin there. But they're side by side. That's going to allow the cars behind them that are lined up to start catching up. Man, they're fighting as now Parker White takes it 3 wide.
Cozy's pitting this time. Meanwhile, 3 wide.
They're yiggling, but they keep it straight so far.
People behind them pitting. Blake Reynolds. Not Blake Reynolds. Wyatt Tinsley. That's who I wanted. He's coming
Still
on the pit road.
3 wide up front for the lead. It's stacking up the field behind him as, Blake, keep it straight.
Oh!
There you go. Still 3 by 3 up front.
Reynolds with a big run. Where does he go? To the bottom. No room for him down there. There's still 3 wide. Hey, there goes Basin into Mercurio. Playoff implications. Malik Ray piles in. Blake Reynolds piles in. Caution's out.
Championship implications.
Caution's out for the second time, and for the second time, it's battling 3 wide coming off turn 4. That brings out the caution flag.
We'll get a replay of this shortly.
This will bring out another short stint here to end stage 2.
Yeah, same thing with the other cars.
Yeah.
Just bounce, bounce, and turn.
Basin just got loose there. Couldn't hold on.
See what the race officials call that.
All right, pit road is open. And for those that did not pit, it is going to be a very busy place.
Yep, everyone should be coming in, except for those that have pitted. They'll be getting their waiver rounds.
Malik Ray has parked the car for the night.
Parker White was first in and also is going to be first out as Kane Cook gets behind him, following by Kevin King, Daniel Fockingham, Jordan Worth, and Logan Helton.
Art Reimer stays out. Everybody else, most part, pitted, took tires. Art Reimer stayed out. He pitted 42 laps ago for 5 seconds. Dylan Basin given an EOL for causing the crash to bring out the caution flag. See what Art Reimer decides to do here, if he does indeed decide to stay out, or if he decides to pit.
If he stays out, it's really going to screw up the lappers there behind him.
Stays out.
Yeah, that's going to screw up Matt Spalding, Cozy, Wyatt Tinsley,
Playoff
David
implications.
Cabrera.
Huh? What? I think Justin's being informed that he is wrong. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Art Reimer is the leader. There we go, Justin. Okay, Ben is back. I assume you went down to inform Justin that he was wrong.
Yes.
So everybody else is going to have to drop to the back. Yeah, there they go. Right now. So Art Reimer, your race leader.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to hurry up and pop in there real fast to just help out there.
Oh my God, he's pitting. Oh my God, he's pitting. Oh my God.
Oh, no. No, no, Michael,
Yeah.
no.
You can't do that, but he just did. This is not an attempt, gang. So we're adding laps to the caution. Art Reimer has a black flag. And now Justin to the rescue. So people are getting waved around the pace car now, including Spalding, Cozy, etc., etc. And, yeah. So that was completely unavoidable. So Art Reimer gets a 2-minute minor, and he will be black flagged for a lap. By the way, Oklahoma Sooners, WTF. Go to the SEC, they said. We're not a fraud, they said. You're trying to lose to Kansas State. Get help.
Football.
Kansas State sitting at the 1, I think.
All right, I think we got this all straightened out. The lappers have gotten their laps back.
And Justin Melillo just lost 5 years off his life. All right.
The start of this is going to be Parker White. He's going to be controlling the field here. On the outside, it is Kane Cook.
8 to go on the restart here in stage number 2. Green flag.
Kane Cook with not a great start there, but he was able to get down in front of Kevin King. Kevin King also with a terrible start as Parker White just pulls away from the field. Meanwhile, we got some craziness happening in the back. We got some 3 wide happening.
I cannot believe they did not pile them on up.
Well,
Pandemonium
hold your
back
breaths. They are trying to in the back.
7 to go.
Tyler Gary is using those fresh tires on the outside to get the run, and it was blocked by Logan Helton. He's going to go to the inside as we see Parker White and Kane Cook in front, but they are side by side behind him. That is Tyler Gary and Logan Helton.
Whoa, Nate Stewart way up the racetrack. Good Lord.
Here comes Kevin McAdams on the outside, 3 wide. He's got big momentum on the outside. Let's see if he can get it to stick. He does. He is on the outside of Tyler Gary now. As in the back, we got Blake Reynolds making moves, trying to gain positions.
Man, that inside line stacked up big time behind Sean Butler. 5 to go, stage 2.
Oh, almost reckon.
Tyler Wynn back there with Landon Mills. They sorted it
Butler on the
out.
inside there.
3 wide again. Mills up the middle. Logan Helton continuing to lose spots. Oh, Kolonix!
Kolonix.
What a save!
What a save, but he's going to lose a lot of momentum there.
4 to go.
So far, the battle is with P3. Kevin McAdams looking on the inside of Kevin King. He's there. He sends it. He sticks it.
Got it.
As Nate Stewart also gets by Kevin King. Kevin King did not have a good 3 and 4 there, and it cost him a couple spots. They're 3 wide behind them. As Blake Reynolds continuing to make moves. He sends it here underneath Gary.
Oh, boy!
Keeps it straight. He's loose, but he keeps it. Oh, as a bump.
Oh!
Was whacked.
There was contact, but they saved it. Here comes McAdams for second, round the outside. Blows by Parker White. Nate Stewart will do the same. 2 to go in stage 2.
I won't be surprised if this finishes under caution. In the buffer zone.
Oh my, Blake Reynolds.
Yeah, Blake is doing his best Malik impression.
Got to get those stage points.
Yeah, but you also got to finish the race as well.
This is true. Last lap, stage 2.
I was going to say Kevin King might be there, but he got loose there on the exit of 2. That's going to cost him. It looks like King Cook's going to be the one that leads and wins the stage. Nate Stewart tries his best to get into the back of Kevin McAdams, but it'll be to no avail. Kane Cook crosses the line for stage 2.
He wins stage 2. Important stage points for Nate Stewart and Kevin McAdams. Parker White finishes 4th. Kevin King finishes 5th, and it's Reynolds, Worth, Falkingham. Falkingham, Worth, Butler, Mills, your top 10 here at Texas. 2 stages down, 1 more to go. We're almost halfway. Kane Cook, your leader from Texas. We're back after this on FTF.GG. Back here from Texas, and they're just trying to pile them on up.
There it
Tyler
is.
Gary, Matthew Zwack, trouble behind. Nick Miller, caution's out. Michael P. Frisch, championship implications. Frisch with a lot of damage. It was contact with Frisch and Alex Kolonix, and Michael P. Frisch's car is destroyed. Caution number 3. Philip McCandless in it as well. Nowhere for him to go. Replay.
Yeah, they've been battling hard here for the last 3 to 4 laps, 3 to 4 wide, but behind them, like they weren't even involved in the hard battling that was happening. They were just behind them. It was just rash.
Where was Kolonix going? I mean,
He thought he was clear.
well, he was
wasn't.
clear, but you've also got somebody that's going 4 miles an hour faster than you. Like, what was the plan?
Pit stops.
Yep. Pit road, a very busy place. Everybody is on pit road with the exception of Tyler Lannon. He stays out. He is your race leader. Nathan Rabideau is in second. He stayed out. Racing deal? Okay.
Is that what it was
Ryan
called?
Naraki missed his box. That's why he's off pit road first. And Parker White wins the race off pit road over Kane Cook.
Yeah, Parker White really squeezed it there at the end. He was able to get a couple inches on Kane Cook there. Drivers that stayed out, Tyler Lannon, Nathan Rabadabadoo, and Ryan Naraki, they're probably going to be pitting this time for fuel.
$79 to go. There goes Rabideau. There goes Naraki. So Tyler Lannon will stay out. And if he decides to pit again, he should be parked for this race and maybe the rest of the season. Just in case he didn't learn anything from
We'll find out.
what Art did. Yeah.
Either way, I don't think this is a very big brain move here. He's
No.
going to be on old tires. Everyone behind him is going to be on 4 tires. The only thing I can think of that would play into this would be if we continue to get cautions and we would have to start worrying about running out of tires. But we're already past halfway, so...
Right. And now Lannon is regretting his decision to stay out and wants to pit. You're gonna do it. Stay out. And if you're not gonna stay out, then pit. Like, how hard is it?
It's going to be interesting how race control handles this.
Why was this a primetime game? Ohio State has had an 88% chance to win or greater since kickoff. Why was this a primetime game? Whatever.
Ohio State. It's really the only football game that matters, Jacob.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of stupidly close games today that could have been Clemson, Wake Forest in overtime.
Who cares about Clemson?
Miami getting their brains beaten in by Middle Tennessee. Come on.
If they're not Miami, Ohio, then no one cares about them.
Well,
I have no bias in this conversation whatsoever.
well, the good news for Miami of Ohio is they're playing about the worst team. They're playing the worst team in the Big Ten at Northwestern, and the second worst team being Wisconsin. So
I don't know what happened to Northwestern. They were at least average the last couple of years, and they've just fallen off.
All I know is
Michael
Penn State
Wilbon
plays them
in
next
shambles.
week, and I hope Penn State clobbers them by 70 at Happy Valley. We'll find out. 77 to go on the restart. Parker White, Kane Cook, green flag, and Blake Reynolds did not get going, and the entire inside line stacks up because of it.
Yeah, but neither did Kane Cook. As Parker White just clears the field just like everyone else that has been leading the race so far. Right now the battle is for 5th on back. So far so good, not really that much craziness happening.
Black flag, Philip McCandless jumping the treadle. Hard into the outside wall. Kalanick, Logan Helton.
Is that window net down?
Hey, that was a hard shot for Kalanick. Helton at least got the car straight before hitting the wall. So jumping the restart for McCandless, he got the black flag. And as I was trying to get through that, a hard crash off turn 4, and Alex Kalanick's car is big broke. Replay.
Oh, Kalanick.
Got
He just
loose.
screws it up. Got loose on exit, went down, and then went back up, left right in it, and got a face full of barrier. Here's an onboard.
Oh. Hard hit. Picked the rear tires up off the ground.
Thankfully, that was the front of the car. If it was the back of the car, he would have a broken back.
Instead, he's only got a broken skull.
These things happen. His day is done, I believe.
Yep, no fast repairs for these guys. So for Frisch and for Kalanick, that's their day over. Frisch going to be in a pretty big hole, even though 37 above the cut line coming in. He did not get any stage points, I don't think, and only has 1 win. So he's going to need some good races at Talladega and at the Roval these next 2 weeks. Brandon Hawkin, who is 4th in the points, he is not here. Why is that? Well, he does more than racing in FTF. He is representing one of 6 people. He is in Italy right now and going to be there next weekend to compete for the Ferrari Velas Esports Series Grand Championship. One of 3 North American regional finalists. He was the best of those 3, winning both races of the regional final. And he's likely going to need a win at the Roval because he's probably going to miss. Well, he's obviously missing tonight, and he's going to miss next week at Talladega as well. So Hawkin going to be deep in the points. He's only 25 points above the cut line coming into tonight. So he's going to need a win at the road course. Arguably, the road courses are his best racetrack. So it's possible that Brandon Hawkin misses the first 2 races and still makes the next round, but he has to go to victory lane next week in order for that to happen.
Going to be pretty interesting, but congratulations on him making it all the way in that championship. Hopefully he wins the thing.
Cool to see. He's stupid fast everywhere he goes. Logan Helton has parked the car. He is done for the night after the damage he sustained in the most recent caution.
So as far as the drivers up front, Jacob, is there anybody that surprises you, kind of stands out as far as playoffs are concerned?
It just seems like everybody that's in the playoffs has had issues tonight. Blake Reynolds got involved in a crash. Cozy got lapped earlier. He's still having to recover from that. Mercurio got involved in a wreck. Frisch is out because of a wreck. McAdams and Nate Stewart have had, and Kevin King, the best days out of anybody so far, but there's still a long way to go for that to get changed and for them to run into some trouble. We'll see what happens for those guys, considering you look at the points coming into tonight. Stewart and McAdams were 7th and 8th, so they're building a pretty nice buffer to the rest of the cut line. You haven't heard from Nathan Rabideau much. Same with Ryan Araki, same with Cosmonaut Eshu. Wyatt Tinsley has been up at the front, but remember, he got involved in an incident and dropped back a little bit. And then you got Kevin King, right now sits in 5th. He is the top guy as far as points are concerned. 54 points above the cut line coming into the round. And trouble for the 7 of Matthew Zwack. He ran over the chone. He goes to the back.
The what?
The chone. Choose cone, choose zone. The chone. I said what I said. Is there F1 on tomorrow?
No.
Cool.
And IndyCar season is over.
Right. Well, that means I do not have to get up until, well, about noon. And then watch the Eagles destroy some commies.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we will. It's going to happen. Parker White, Kane Cook on the front row. Green flag, 71 laps to go.
Nate Stewart, I think, clipped the grass there on the start. That's going to really slow him down. We got Lincoln Carr taking it 3 wide on the inside. They are 4 wide, now 3 wide back there as Parker White leads the field by a good margin.
Kevin King in 4th. Falkingham back to 5th. Here comes McAdams round the outside. Jordan Worth right there with him. Oh, and Tinsley almost got the wall.
I think he did get the wall there, but he kept it straight. Oh, some wiggling there.
Now Tinsley way up the racetrack.
Yeah, but he might be able to use that momentum to kind of gain back the time that he's lost.
Trouble!
In the back.
Trouble! Billy Basin! Oh, look out! Landon back up into Brent Punkari! David Cabrera in it as well. Back half of the field, it was Cabrera and Landon that started all of that. Nowhere for Basin or Punkari to go. And Dylan Basin with a lot of damage. Cautions out. I mean, David Cabrera took a heck of a shot to the inside wall, driver's side first. This might be a little too far behind. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, Rabidabadoo takes it to the inside, but I wouldn't say that was really caution, and it was mainly...
Well, that's a lap early.
Yeah, that's too early.
Here we go.
Here we go. Landon's 3 wide. He's in the middle. He bounces off the inside. Yep. And you know what? Landon wouldn't have been in that position if he decided to pit when everyone else did. He put himself in that position. He was back there with the animals and paid for it.
He did. Scotty Smith got the outside wall as well.
Right
and
here
comes Punkari.
Right in front of
Punkari. Punkari has parked it. He's done for the night. We are whittling down the field here at Texas.
Oh, that was a close one. So we got some drivers choosing to pit. Leaders all seem to stay out. Parker White, Kane Cook, Nate Stewart.
Yeah, only those in the back of the field decided to come onto pit road there, so everybody else staying out on the racetrack. Not worth trying to take tires, at least yet. Being told that we might have an interview. My question, whom are we interviewing? Okay.
What about Sean Butler? He's been running in the top 10 consistently this race.
Unfortunately, he's not here, so how about the next best thing? Let's talk with Kevin. Good evening. How are we doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. I don't know how I'm 5th, but I think the cautions have helped.
Are we having fun at this godforsaken racetrack?
I hate this track so much, but I will say this. These cautions have come out at the most opportune time for me to get stage points, and I know you know, and everyone that watches know, I will not be here for Dega unless there's a hurricane over Dega. In that case, I will be here for Talladega, but I wanted to get as many points as possible tonight, and so far, so good. We'll see. I'm in 5th. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how. I feel like I'm like a 15th place car tonight, but cautions have just gone my way, and people that have been in front of me have wrecked and have been conservative when they shouldn't have been conservative. So far, we're doing all right. Got maybe one more pit stop if we go green, but we'll see. This is starting to trend yellow.
See, I'm thinking it'd be the opposite. If you get hit by a hurricane, you're not going to be racing, but...
Well, so obviously, if you're watching the weather, it's going to either make a sharp right turn into me, or it's going to go straight into Talladega. If it goes straight to Talladega, the race gets delayed, and I have to wait. In that case, I'll stay home, race, and then go to Talladega.
Well, but that storm, that's making landfall, what, Wednesday?
Well, it depends. If it trends east, they say like Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, so, and then if it goes straight, there's, I guess, a cold front that might interrupt the speed of it pushing north. And they have it slowing down, making landfall like Friday, and being over everything Saturday, over Georgia, Alabama, and whatnot. So if that's the case, I have no reason to be there for the Trucks and Xfinity race on Saturday. I'll just go for Sunday, and whenever the Xfinity Truck Series is, I'll just, I'll stay there for that. But it's a long ways away.
Well, at least you'll be here for maybe Talladega and the Roval. I will not be.
Oh, sad.
We'll be watching from afar. Yeah, broadcast booth is going to be a hot mess these next 2 weeks because Caleb's out and I'm out.
I'm gonna put Zach to overtime to find somebody off the street.
Yeah, really. Well, we'll see what we can get. But hey, we're coming to green, so we'll let you get back to work, and best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, boys. Thanks.
That's Kevin McAdams. He sits P5. We'll have 65 to go here on the restart.
Yeah, and the leader actually chose the high side, so Parker White's going to be leading us off with Kane Cook on the inside. We'll see how this happens, because so far I think the leader's always been on the inside as we go green here.
Good launch on that outside, and Parker White is long gone. Couple car length lead over Kane Cook. Nate Stewart in third there on that outside line, trying to take away second.
Way up on the high side, that is Nick Miller. Oh, and they wreck in front of him.
No! There goes, Falkingham around. Still green now, the caution's out. Wyatt Tinsley involved in that. They all saved it. I think Cozy may have gotten a piece. But we're right back under caution. And Kane Cook is flying down pit road. I think Kane Cook is done. I think Kane Cook's going home. Yeah, he just left. Kane Cook was running second and he just parked it. He's done.
Wow.
I mean, I hate caution laps as much as the next guy. So it's
replay.
Butler and Falkingham, it looks like. You can't see much from that angle. And it's not Zach's fault that...
Yeah, we got an overhang here. It's hard to tell whether Falkingham went up
We got a
into Sean
Fox zoom?
Butler or Sean Butler got loose and went
There we
down
go.
into Falkingham.
There we go. So it looks like Falkingham came up and got into Sean.
Yeah, if we had a different angle, it kind of looks like the opposite.
What does that mean?
Where it looks like Sean Butler goes down into him.
Oh, that doesn't quite show the story.
That doesn't quite either.
Yeah. Maybe if we go on board with Sean, that might...
Or Gary behind him.
I don't know. That might be on Falkingham. Racing deal more than likely, but Sean will come to pit road. A couple others toward the back will come on to pit road.
Yeah, race
And,
control said it was a safety caution, so I don't think anyone's going to be blamed for it.
All right, well, we're still under caution. We're going to step aside here from Texas. Parker White's your race leader. And we will be back for the restart here from Texas. Back here from Texas. Yeah. 60 to go. And we can't go more than 2 laps without piling them up. Let's see if we can fix that here on this restart.
Parker White takes the inside this time. On the outside is Nate Stewart. And we're going green here. But for how long?
60 to go from stupid, dumb old Texas.
Poland decides to take it in the grass there. He'll be dropping all the way back. As we got some 4-wide racing happening and craziness all the way in the back. Up front, though, it's Parker White leading the field completely with Nate Stewart behind him. And double wide behind him, Kevin McAdams, and that is Kevin King underneath. Kevin Adams kind of sends it a little too hard, goes a little bit high up, but he keeps the momentum. And we were able to make it at least 1 lap.
Yeah, they've been able to do that the last couple of attempts, but not much more than that. Parker White leads, Nate Stewart in second, side by side for third.
The battle of the Kevins.
Then you got Blake Reynolds right behind, as well as Kyler Wynn.
Meanwhile, behind him, Josh Parker using that high side to his advantage as Gary tries to make a move. Blake wisely chooses to block that.
Kolnick's down on the apron, 50 million laps down. Brings it back to pit road.
Meanwhile, the Kevins continue to battle it out. Actually, no. Kylo Wynn is now on the outside of Kevin King. Might be able to get a push from Josh Parker here.
And he will.
And Kevin King is just dropping like a rock here.
Yeah, since the restart. Hasn't been able to really hold on to it. All over the back bumper, that 82, though. Oh, there goes Tinsley! Crashing, turn 1, Matthews whack. Oh, another one into the outside wall. That's Dylan Basin.
Oh, come on, guys. Hold.
They are still wrecking. Art Reimer. Basin gets clipped at the last second. Wyatt Tinsley was the first car sideways, came down into Ryan Nalraki. Oh, Jonathan Oates involved as well. Here's the replay.
Wyatt Tinsley just goes down into Ryan Nalraki. Causes a stack up.
Kyler Wynn has parked it. He was not involved in this. And Dylan Basin's crying over the radio because he got collected.
Yeah, these things happen. Meanwhile, Jonathan Oates arc braked into Wyatt. Here's an onboard of what happened here.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost cleared it.
That's the second time today that he's almost cleared the wreck. One's coming off 2, and now one's on the front straightaway. Pits are open, and everybody not named Parker White is headed to pit road. One more angle. Oy. Hard hit for
here's
Zwack.
The arc brake here by Oates.
Yep. There's Art Reimer piling it in.
We had a couple other cars stay out along with Ryan Nalraki. We got Nick Miller, we got Chris Wetz, we got Jordan Worth, Devin Mystic, and Sean Butler But we'll see if they actually stay out or if they go in, try to play the fuel game.
Art Reimer says he didn't get any piece of that. So my mistake. I thought he did get a piece there, but I believe he may have netcoded himself through that that crash.
Yeah, Zwack hit that wall a ton.
So fuel only from a couple of these guys: Landon Mills, Philip McCandless, Art Reimer, Andy Margo. I think took 2 tires. Everybody else taking foreign fuel like they have pretty much every other time they've stopped.
I think they're running out of sets. They started out with 6 sets, and you got to think how many times they've already pitted. Whether some are trying to save that last set for another caution. I mean, we still got 50-some laps to go. Should be choosing this time. Who was the first person that came off of pit road that pitted?
That is Landon Mills, 10th.
So we'll have to pay attention to that. You might see 10th on back try to make dive bombs on these older tires in front of them. And we are choosing this time. Philip McCandless goes into pit road.
So what's coming up on FTF.gg? Well, the Winstel Gen 4 Challenge returns from Kansas tomorrow. That's at 8 o'clock. The short course series is at Wild Horse Pass. That is Monday night at 9:20. The NASCAR qualifying iRacing series finale, Thursday, 9 o'clock from Texas. A week from tonight, we're at Talladega for the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series. And SimCar is back in about a week and a half, Thursday, October 6th at 8:30 from Fuji. All that and more here on FTF.gg. Some good stuff coming on down through the line.
Except Texas.
Yes, pretty much.
I mean, I love Texas. Went out of one state. I mean, they call it a lone state for a reason.
Thank God they are not coming here twice next year. That's all I'm going to say. I was worried when they were trying to move the All-Star race that they were going to add another freaking date to this racetrack. They didn't. Hopefully next year they remove the other one. 51 to go on the restart. Green flag. Parker White is gone. Ryan Naraki sits in second. Black
Parker
flag.
White.
Cosman on issue. It's cleared. We're all good.
Parker White really waited till the end of the box there to get going. It really checked up everyone behind him. So far, so good. For now.
Old tires versus new tires.
Yeah, we got to look at this battle for 10th. Landon Mills. He's on the high side. Currently above Nate Stewart. He's going to take it in the middle 3 wide maybe on Jake Pullen. he decides better of it, he's going to stay in line.
Side by side for third. Jordan Worth, Ryan Naraki.
One thing these guys on new tires are going to have to worry about is trying to save them. If this is their last set, they have to make it last 50 laps. You got to be quite conservative whether they want to push or not here. We
See, now a lot of these guys have only pitted 4 times, so they should have 2 sets left.
Okay.
So they should be okay. Guys that I'm a little nervous about are, somebody like a Matthew Zwack, who has pitted 6 times. iRacing does not show us how many tire sets they have used, unfortunately, so not sure if he has used a tire set every time he's come onto pit road, but if he has, he's going to be in some trouble here down the stretch.
I'm pretty sure Zwack had some damage in a previous wreck. Meanwhile, we might have a battle here for the lead. Nick Miller is starting to catch up to Parker White.
Do you imagine if tomorrow's race was actually good?
No, because I can't imagine a good Texas race.
Can't imagine watching it, right?
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to hate it. You know what? It'll be on my second screen with the main screen on football, on Red Zone.
Yeah. Sean Butler, Kevin McAdams side by side. For long comes Chris Wetz.
I was going to say things have calmed down, but then you had that one car. I didn't see who that was. Send it on the inside. I believe that was Blake Reynolds.
Yep.
It was. But so far in the top 10, everyone seems to have cooled down. Hear that where all the crazies have wrecked out. We're on board here with Blake Reynolds. Behind him, Devin Mystic.
Oh man, no, Rocky, big loose.
Yeah.
Comes Wetz. No, that's not Wetz. Who are you? It's Josh Parker.
I know who you are. Tenth place, Kevin King's going to take the bottom on Devin in the 17. And he clears him. Farther in the back, there was a car that was really loose. That was Landon Mills. He almost lost it there in turn 1 and 2. He's one of the drivers that got new tires, and he's using them up.
He's going the wrong directions. Yeah, he's going backward in a hurry. Battle for third. Meanwhile, new leader. No. Be loose.
No, Parker White is there.
I thought we had a battle for the lead, and we didn't. So, okay.
That was battle for second. Nate Stewart got it on Jordan Worth. Behind him, Josh Parker got loose there. He saved it, but here comes Kevin McAdams. Oh, that was close.
Nick Miller, he's been a dart without feathers so far tonight. At 19, just trying to hold on. Kevin is on fresher tires, so is Josh Parker.
All right, we got craziness here in the back. We got 3 wide for 15. Sean Butler stuck in the middle.
It's
with
old
Tyler
tires
Gary
there.
on the inside. Squeezing.
Oh. Trusting their internet connections right now.
Just good look out of the back of a red car of someone.
Red car of someone. Well, it's a splash and go car. Looking back, so that's Sean, because it's looking back at Spalding in that 88.
Okay. Currently looking at the back for 20th place. These guys are driving hard. That is Jake Pullen leading that inside. Pulls up in front of Ryan Araki.
Got Tinsley there, remember, championship car. It's in the playoffs. Trying to get his way back up through the field. Has some damage to that thing.
Would you say there's implications?
Yeah. Battle for fourth. Oh, man, and Kevin missed the bottom.
Oh, he's loose.
Still got the spot.
Yeah, but he's going
And
to
here comes Reynolds.
Let's see if Reynolds can get the stick.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great pass by Blake.
Daniel Falkingham pitting this time. It's back in 21st. He was up toward the front of the field. There's no way. I'll be darned. Did not speed. He made it.
Got a battle for fifth here. Kevin McAdams got loose on exit. That's going to allow Kevin King to get around on the outside. Farther back, we got Matt Spalding trying to send it underneath Nick Miller. Decides not to do it. Falls in line. Never mind. Matt Spalding gives Nick Miller a shot.
Things happen.
Farther up front, Jordan Worth getting a little loose. Brad Mercurio is going to send it to the inside. Jordan's going to protect that high side from Kevin McAdams. Maybe. And Kevin gets around on the outside. Jordan Worth might lose another position to Cozy.
.32 to go here from Texas. Parker White still your race leader. I think these guys are going to have to make one more pit stop here before we get to the end of this deal.
Got a prediction up. Who's winning this race? Who's winning this race? Predict.
Win
And win some fans.
Wow.
Battle for
Nick.
third.
Nick Miller pitting this time, but yeah, here's his battle. Jordan Worth going to be pitting here as well. These are guys that have not pitted yet, that are going to be pitting here in these next couple laps. Did not pit under that last caution flag.
Nate Stewart gets passed by
as
Brian
well.
Mercurio there. Cozy's behind him. He's got the momentum. He's going to be looking here to the inside, I believe. And he's going to take that spot. Meanwhile, behind him is Gary on the inside of Kevin McAdams. He's going to take that position as Cozy takes the position on Nate Stewart for 5th. We've got more coming in the pit road.
Again, these are guys that did not pit under that most recent caution flag. I think the guys that pitted under that caution still going to have to come onto pit road, but they can make it a little bit longer.
Nate Stewart still having trouble here trying to stay in front of these drivers as he's got Tyler Gary hounding on him. And Kevin McAdams not too far behind.
Yeah, the 26 and the 26 behind him. Race leader going to be pitting this time by. So here comes Parker White. Everybody avoids him. Locks him up, getting onto pit road, but no black flag.
Meanwhile, up front, we got a line of cars that are starting to battle each other. Kevin King now is the leader. Behind him is Blake Reynolds, followed by Brian Mercurio and Cozy. Kevin King taking that defensive line, kind of right in that mid line, just to protect that high side and try to keep that momentum going. Question is, when are these guys going to pit?
Would think it's going to be sooner rather than later, but
Tyler Gary is pitting now. As Daniel Fockingham on the outside, I believe he just pitted, so he's got freshies. He's passing leaders. See how big that difference is in speed. Daniel Fockingham's going around 170 in the turns. Meanwhile, the leaders are going around 165, 160.
so Kevin King, your race leader. Inside 25 to go.
Got another one heading down pit road. That's Brian Mercurio.
Yep.
In that Goodyear car.
And it has not been a good year for Goodyear.
Yeah, their extension ends this year.
Not signed anything yet.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I looked it up. When they signed the agreement 5 years ago, it was on November 5th. And just being a nosy person, I was looking at photos of the testing sessions that have been going on last time at Homestead, and they were Goodyear Eagles.
I mean, they could be testing for the next
Kevin
race.
King
It's
entering
Kevin
pit
King
road.
to pit road. Black flag, Matthew Zwack. He's already on pit road, serving that. So speeding for him.
Blake Reynolds currently your leader, followed by Cozy.
And he's pitting. Blake Reynolds to pit road this time. So here comes the 66. Cozy now your race leader.
And I don't know if he was trying to pit that time, but he couldn't because he had the faster lapper cars underneath him and he wasn't able to get down. So I would expect Cozy to pit this time by.
And he is. Which will hand the lead over to Nate Stewart. He's 2 seconds, 3 seconds back.
Nate Stewart's been loose all this last run. He's getting passed on the inside. He's getting passed on the outside.
Yeah. So Nate Stewart, your leader. Matt Danson sits in second. Art Reimer is third. Tyler Lannon is fourth. Daniel Falkingham will be your race leader. Nate Stewart's pitting this time. Falkingham would come back around and be your race leader. He's got the oldest tires out of everybody that has already made their stop. And he sits about a second in front of Parker White. So here's Nate Stewart onto pit road. Matt Danson now your leader. With 18 to go. Matthew Zwack, he's gone home. Danson stays out for another lap. Reimer will do the same. It looks like Landon will do the same as well. $16 to go this time by for Danson.
I believe actually Parker White will be your leader after this all cycles through, with Falkingham second.
Yes, because he just passed Falkingham. So Parker White now out in front, will be out in front when things cycle around. He also passed Tyler Landon.
Landon, I think, is still on old tires.
Yes. Josh Parker now trying to get by Falkingham, currently for fifth. And he does. Now Jordan Worth, these three, all for position right here.
Yeah, Falkingham with the older tires, these guys are going to fly by. Landon trying to stay out of the way of these guys. Takes the high side. That'll let Josh Parker, Jordan Worth, Falkingham, and eventually Kevin King to get by. Matt Danson still your leader.
Danson with 13 to go here at the stripe. Tyler Landon is getting mad at the guys that are trying to pass him because he can't pick a lane, it sounds like. Art Reimer, he's second. He's going to be pitting in. Same with Landon. Danson's still on the racetrack.
Can Danson make it?
I listened in, and it didn't sound like he was saving. Got a 12-second gap over Parker White. White is gaining about a second a lap. At this rate, if Danson can make it, White would get to him on the last lap.
Yeah, and Parker White is 4 seconds ahead of third place, which is Kevin King. Quite a wide margin there.
Danson is pitting. So that answers that question. Matt Danson to pit road. That'll give the 46 the lead in Parker White when he comes around through 3 and 4. He's got a 3.5 second lead over Kevin King with now 10 laps to go.
Everyone pretty spread out after the pit stops. Not really that much battling other than for P5. Josh Parker is getting passed by Jordan Worth. So that is a spot.
That's for second. They are running faster. Mercurio is running faster than White. Problem is, I don't think it's going to be quick enough to get to him. 8 to go.
Yeah, Brian Mercurio just got by Kevin King there, so only gained about 0.2 there. I don't think that's going to be enough for 7 laps.
Needs to gain a lot more. Much shorter amount of time.
Cozy picking up spots. He's got freshies on. He just passed
7 more to go.
Spalding.
Parker White.
He's going to be passing here. Gary and Blake battling it out here. This is for 4th. Blake really sends it in there. Makes it stick. He keeps the position.
So Parker White, this is his first start on the season. And he is 5.5 laps away from putting that 46 into victory lane.
Blake Reynolds getting around Kevin King. And Gary will follow. So that'll be 3rd. That's a podium for Blake.
That's what he needs as far as points are concerned. 5 to go from Texas.
Lead has cut down to 2.6 seconds.
Now down to 2.5, but Curio needs a lot more than just 0.2 a lap to catch him here in these final now 4 laps to go.
There's no lap traffic in front of Parker White. The only kind of issue I would think of is Andy Margot's behind him. He's a little faster on newer tires. But you might just hang around.
It just passed Margot, so don't think there will be any issue there. 3 laps to go.
Everyone still single file.
Fingal style.
Single file.
Yep. So Parker White off turn 4. 2 laps to go.
Got a battle for 4th here. Don't mind the Hari car on the high side. Start Reimer. He's a lap down. That was a pass for or battle for Kevin King. I think Gary got loose there. It's going to allow Cozy to catch up as we are going to be 1 lap to go here for Parker White.
Parker White takes the white flag. 1 more lap to go for the driver of the 46. He sits second in the eNASCAR qualifying iRacing series points, so likely going to have a shot to move on to contender after Thursday's race. Good battle for second. We'll check in with them. They're 3 wide back there with lap traffic, but Parker White going to bring it around through 3 and 4. First start on the year in FTF, and he's going to victory lane. Parker White steals 1. He wins the Kick in the Tires 400K at Texas. The battle for second. Give it to Mercurio as Blake Reynolds crashes past the start-finish line to turn number 1.
Yeah, he'll take 3rd. They were battling really hard, and Blake got into him. Brian Mercurio there tried to slow him down, but it didn't end up working. We got another one around.
Yeah, they're just going to keep piling them up. Oh, my God, Sean's dead. Get the tarp. I definitely want to replay that finish between Reynolds and Mercurio. That looked like one of them fantastic Atlanta finishes. We don't see those here at Texas often, ever.
Forever.
And Parker White burns it down here at Texas. First win on the season for him. Get a replay if we can of the last half lap or so between the battle for second. So here it is, last lap.
Yeah, Blake's in the 66. He gets to the quarter panel. There's a lapper on the outside. He had fresher tires, so he's trying to get through of everyone. But 66 sends it to the inside. 64 wisely gets out of the way, but he pushes up. He's getting tight. And they bang.
Look at him slam. And there you have it. So Parker White, your winner. Brian Mercurio, second. Blake Reynolds in third. Michael Cozy Jr. finishes 4th. Kevin King, 5th. Then Tyler Gary, Kevin McAdams, Nate Stewart, Jordan Worth, Wyatt Tinsley, your top 10. 11th is Matt Spalding. 12th is Josh Parker. Then it's Landon Mills, Nathan Rabideau, Jonathan Oates, Nick Miller, Daniel Falkingham, Chris Wetz, Devin Mistack, Matt Danson, your top 20. Jake Pullen, 21st. Cosmonaut Issue, 22nd. Rough night for him as far as playoffs are concerned. Sean Butler, 23rd. Ryan Pandicio, 24th. Naraki, 25th. Another rough night for points for him. Philip McCandless, 26th. Scotty Smith, 27th. Andy Margot, 28th. Art Reimer, 29th. Tyler Landon, 30th. Margot Reimer and Landon all laps down. And then the used car lot back here, 31st on back. Fresh, he's going to be in a big hole going into Talladega next week. David Cabrera, Alex Kolonix, Matthew Zwack, Dylan Basin, Kyler Wynn, Kane Cook, Brett Puncari, Logan Helton, Malik Ray. Then your final 3, Blake Bryant, Justin Belillo, and Tyler Williams. Let's talk with our race winner. Parker White, one of the strongest cars, if not the strongest car here tonight in Texas. That long green flag run certainly helped that 46 shine out in front.
Yeah, that green run helped me out a lot. I decided to stay out on that last pit stop because my plan was to not pit until the fuel window was open. So I think it also really helped me that there were a ton of cars that stayed out that had previously pit. So I was able to just run hot laps and try to keep my tires on at the same time. And luckily, I think it was Kevin got to my back bumper just as I was pitting, so that worked out extremely well. So I pit. I knew that, like, I ran my tank dry because I pit about 30-ish laps before everyone else did under caution. So as soon as I came out of pit road, I just started running hot laps because I knew I had the tire advantage, so I had to use them to my advantage. So I got everything I could out of it. I built a really big gap to Kevin, and then I just kept running consistent lap times, and I just kept looking to my relative. And about 5 to go, I just kind of backed my pace down, and yeah, a really fun race. Glad I was able to get to win.
Now, it's kind of comparing apples to oranges, and I know you're already locked into contender, but the qualifying iRacing series does come here on Thursday in the trucks. Did you learn anything from running here tonight as far as what could work for Thursday? If you're coming, since you're already locked in, I don't know what your plans are.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be racing. I'm in contention for the championship, so I'm just not going to give that up. But yeah, it helped me out. I knew like what areas of the track got grip and like what lanes work. So yeah, hopefully this can help me carry some momentum into Thursday.
Now, I know this was sort of a one-off deal taking over for Robert Dortman. Are we going to see you back at any point throughout the rest of the year?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I had a ton of fun. Like I made some starts in GNS last season, and that was a lot of fun. And it was really nice to come back to this league and run a race.
Well, nonetheless, first start of the season, first win. Congratulations, and potentially we'll see you at Talladega next week, and potentially we'll see you Thursday, depending on what split you land in, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, thank you.
That's Parker White, your race winner tonight from Texas. Now, second place finisher Brian Mercurio with Benjamin Easterday.
Brian, Blake was getting bigger and bigger in your mirror as the laps ticked on into the last one where you guys went door to door across the finish line. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, I wasn't really too sure how pit cycles and where everyone was going to cycle out afterwards. Honestly, I thought a lot more people took 2. And once I came out of the box and I saw where everyone was and my relative, I saw a bunch of people ahead of me. So I didn't really think I was racing for much, and I was just going to try to run as hard as I could and gain as many spots. Then it turns out I was cycling up into one of the podium positions. So got around Kevin there. And then I really didn't see Blake too much until probably about 6 or 7 to go. Saw him creeping up on my relative and eating away about a 10th every lap. And once he caught up to me there, got caught in some lap traffic, unfortunately. Would have loved to have been able to see that without the lap traffic. Got a little tight coming off 2. He got to my inside, but I knew if I could at least try to pin it on his outside coming around 2, I could try to hold him off, and I had a little bit of a better exit. He got a little loose and just kept the momentum up on the top and held on a second there.
Well, congratulations on holding off Blake there and getting those positions, passing Kevin King and all that. Is there anyone you want to say thanks to?
First off, thanks to you guys for being up here in the booth calling this race. All you guys over at FTF putting on the race. Everybody who showed up tonight to race. It was good fun racing up there with Blake, Kevin, Parker, Cozy, all those guys. My 4 fresh Goodyears on this Goodyear car looked pretty spiffy tonight. We feel pretty sporty. I actually thought Parker took 2 there at the end. So his 2 Goodyear tires, or actually 4, he just pit well ahead of us. But yeah, it was a good finish in the Goodyear car. It's pretty good looking. So feeling happy. Wish I could have won to advance to the next round. Didn't get stage points in stage 2, so that's kind of whatever. But got some stage 1, second place finish. As long as I have a big gap going into Talladega, that's really all I care about. I'm kind of, I'm expecting the worst at Talladega. So at least to have a good day. I know good points days don't really matter too much in this format, but with already being almost a full race up, it's nice. I'll put it that way.
Well, we appreciate you running in FTF and coming up in the booth to chat with us about P2. Good run, P2, and that is Brian Mercurio.
Appreciate you, boys.
Thank you.
Now let's talk with, another Coke Series driver. This is Blake Reynolds, third place finisher. You tried everything you had there to try and get by Brian Mercurio, but you really had an up and down day from the wreck early on, able to get yourself back up to the front. A busy night for the driver of the 66.
Yeah, I'm really not good at this track, so it was kind of surprising to win that first stage there. And then, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I mean, there were 3 wide for the lead. I was just going for the stage points there. We had to pit before the end of that stage. We couldn't make it, so why I got in that wreck, I don't know. To be honest with you, Jacob, it just ended up being that way. But rallied back. I got those stage points charged up to get those stage 2 stage points. Got 6 there, and then just kind of vibed and let the strategy come to me. I took 4 that last stop and just went for it and just came up short. P3.
That battle with Mercurio there coming to the checkered flag, that almost looked like we were at Atlanta, old Atlanta, not quite Texas. A really good finish for second.
Yeah, the tires got to their temperature threshold right there. So when Art Reimer came around us for no fucking reason. Oh, sorry. FTF GG.
Whoa!
I can say, it's FTF GG. I can say whatever I want.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Zach Johnson just had a heart attack.
Zach doesn't care. Let's be honest.
That's a fine. All
I
right.
broadcast through Zach. It's fine. Anyway, Art Reimer did the dumb there, and it kind of ruined Brian's defense there out of 2. When I got to his inside, I side sucked him all the way down into 3, and when I went to turn off, I sent it off into 3, and my tires just gave up right there. So I knew the only thing I could do was just open up the steering, try and hit him, make him lose some momentum, and then my last ditch effort there was to just door him the wall right at the start finish line. But I did it a little too late and I spun out. So good fun. Hope I put on a show. Shout out to Apex Gaming PCs. Use code Blake Penguin RC. First 4 Racing. I'm pretty sure Jonathan Oates finished okay, maybe just all right, to help our First 4 Racing effort. But it's all good. It's all good, Jacob.
Well, congratulations on the top 3, and I won't see you next week at Talladega, but somebody will, and maybe talk to you.
It should be fun. It should be fun. I'll learn stuff in the Coke race, so it helped me in the FTF race.
Oh gosh, is the Coke Series at Talladega this week too?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir. It's gonna be fun.
Well, best of luck. We'll see you Saturday.
All right. See ya.
That's Blake Reynolds, your third place finisher tonight. I don't know if we can look at the points that Justin just posted in our chat, but how it looks, I'll just read it down for you. Mercurio, P1, Kevin King, P2, Blake Reynolds, P3, Cozy, P4, Nate Stewart, P5, Kevin McAdams, P6, Wyatt Tinsley, P7, Nathan Rabideau, P8, Michael P. Frisch, first guy out by 14 points. No, Rocky, 5 back from Frisch, 19 back from Rabideau. No, I can't do math right. Now, Rocky's 19 back from Frisch, so he's 23 behind. Yeah, that works. And the Cosman back there, he's an eternity behind. And then Brandon Hawkin, 1.5 million points behind the cutoff line. Again, he will not be here again next week. He has to win to get in next week. Final thoughts, Ben?
That was a great graphic there, Zach. Thank you so much for showing the points. It was surprisingly a great race, I think, for Texas. Finish could definitely been better, but we had a great race there for second and third between Brian and Blake. But all around, it got a little screwy there in the middle, where we had a bunch of cautions all in a row. But the beginning part, the end part, it was great racing.
We made it. Nobody got hurt. We don't have to go back to this track until next October. Thank God. Or September. Whenever we're supposed to go back, we don't have to go back for a while. Thank goodness. The exception is Thursday for the eNASCAR qualifying iRacing series. Then we're done with Texas for a year. Thank goodness. That's where you'll see us next. The short course series is on Monday night at 9:20 from Wild Horse Pass. And, of course, the Winstel Gen 4 Challenge, they're in the chase. They are at Kansas tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. For Zach Johnson, our producer, everybody at FTF, Benjamin Easterday alongside me, I'm Jacob Pitts. Parker White, your winner of the Kick and the Tires 400K.
Implication.